When the war began in 1948, the Jewish forces, whose original organization was the Haganah, later united under the name Israel Defense Forces. This force initially fought in the name of self-defense, but later began to occupy various villages. In some places, there was direct fighting. In others, the Arab population was forced to leave the area through intimidation, rumors, shootings, and psychological pressure. During this time, many villages were destroyed. Many became refugees. Historians say that about 400 to 500 Arab villages were wiped out to make way for new Jewish settlements. The Palestinians consider this experience the Nakba, or catastrophe. Towards the end of the war, the United Nations mediated. In 1949, Israel and 4 Arab states signed separate armistice agreements. This border is called the Green Line. This was Israel's effective border until 1967. Within this boundary, Israel received about 78% of the Palestinian territory that the UN proposed. On the other hand, the West Bank went under Jordanian control, and the Gaza Strip came under Egyptian control. Israel's state recognition came quickly. The United States recognized it on the first day, and later the Soviet Union did the same. Thus, both superpowers accepted the new state. A lot of international diplomacy worked behind this. The influence of the Jewish lobby in the United States, European Guild, due to the Holocaust and the desire to maintain Western influence in the Middle East. In the 1950s, Israel built its state structure internally. A large influx of Jews came from Europe, Arab countries, and North Africa. Due to the conflicts in Arab countries, about 700,000 to 800,000 Jews from those countries emigrated and settled in Israel. The Israeli government used them to establish new settlements, build agricultural and military infrastructure. In 1956, the Suez Crisis occurred when Egyptian President Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal. Britain, France, and Israel secretly signed an agreement and launched an operation against Egypt. Israel entered the Sinai Peninsula, but was eventually forced to withdraw due to pressure from the United States and the Soviet Union. This incident proved that Israel had been a strategic ally of the Western Alliance ever since. Tensions between Israel's Arab neighbors increased again in the 1960s. Regular border clashes with Jordan, Syria, and Egypt continued. In 1967, Israel launched a surprise attack called a preemptive strike, known as the Six-Day War. In this war, Israel defeated the armies of Egypt, Syria, and Jordan, capturing the Sinai Peninsula, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. In this way, Israel more than tripled its territory. This resulted in hundreds of thousands of Palestinian refugees. From this time on, the Palestinian resistance movement, Sukas Tepelo Palestine Liberation Organization, began. Israel established military administration in the territory and gradually began to establish Jewish settlements. Settlements in the West Bank and Gaza Strip were later considered illegal under international law, but Israel did not stop them. In 1973, war broke out again, the Yom Kippur War. Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack on Israeli-occupied territories. At first, Israel suffered losses, then counterattacked with U.S. support. The war led to a global oil crisis and a new balance of power in the Middle East. Then in 1979, a peace treaty was signed between Israel and Egypt, the Camp David Accords, in which Israel returned the Sinai Peninsula, but kept other occupied territories. With this agreement, Israel was recognized as an Arab state for the first time. The Palestinian resistance movement Intifada began in 1987 in the West Bank and Gaza. In 1993, the Oslo Accords were signed between Israel and the PLO, which granted the Palestinian Authority some limited autonomy. But disputes over settlement expansion, border control, the status of Jerusalem, etc., remain. To this day, Israel has built many settlements outside the mainland. The Palestinians have not yet achieved their own independent state. The pre-1948 Palestinian territory is now divided into Israel, the West Bank partially controlled by the Palestinian Authority, and Gaza controlled by Hamas. The conflict is still ongoing, and its roots go back to that time when two nations' claims to a single land clashed. and the State of Israel was established through force and international politics.